Okay, so what we're going to start off showing you now is some of the things we do in the basic six, some of the basic positioning of the whole plate umpire. Namely, we're going to talk about how to get in the slot, the advantages of being in the slot, and the proper positioning for that, so you can see both the inside and the outside pitches. Okay, so we'll get our catcher in here, and we're also going to have a hitter, and we're going to have Dennis here explain kind of where we're going to go. So some of the things I'm going to start off with is this is what we just kind of primarily call the slot. It seems kind of strange because you feel like you're wide open, but really a foul ball from a right-handed hitter is going to go that way. So you're actually safer being here than you are to instinctively want to set yourself up right behind the catcher. Okay? Go ahead, Dennis, because it'll sound strange with me.
So at this point, Dave's getting ready to put the ball in play. Batter's ready to go. Catcher's ready to go. Normally they have the mask on, but we're just doing this for demonstration purposes. So Dave's in the nice slot position. His head is between the batter and the catcher. He has an angle to the outside of the plate, because the outside of the plate, this is where you're going to live right here. You got to know where that is. So at this point, Dave's going to put the ball in play, and we'll look at what he does.
Play!
Okay, so pitcher's on the rubber. Pitcher will start to throw, and Dave goes down into the squat. Okay, go ahead and relax, Dave. Okay, this time we'll do the same thing. He will get down in position. He's going to make a call this time. He's going to call this one a strike, and then he will stand up. Now, a couple things before we go on further. I want you to watch Dave's head height compared to the catcher. He's not below the catcher. He's not standing straight up. Okay, his chin's going to be right about the catcher's head. Also, his front foot is going to be about in line with the batter's toe, and it's going to be in line with the catcher's heel back in here. So he'll have a GPS spot kind of right in this area, about where he's going to put his foot, and then his right foot, he'll just do whatever he wants to with that one. Okay? So go ahead, Dave, put it in play.
You gotta set it on the rubber.
On the rubber. Set.
Wait!
And call it.
Strike!
Okay, then he steps out between pitches. Always rest between pitches. Notice his back. Do it again. Step in, Dave. Okay. On the rubber. Set. Call it.
Strike!
Okay. His back is virtually the same position. It's straight up and down, maybe just a tiny bit lean. And all he's doing is moving his thighs. He's not moving his back. You do this the whole game, you are going to be one sore puppy the next day. Okay, so at this point, give us a ball call. On the rubber. Set. Call it.
Ball!
Notice he did not move on that ball call. Okay, let's go over that real fast. Okay, step in, Dave, call a ball this time, and then we'll do the second time, we'll call a strike. I want to show the difference. Okay, on the rubber, set, call it.
Ball!
No movement, he stands up, everybody heard him. Okay, on the rubber, call a strike. Set, call it.
Strike!
Notice he stood up and then make the call on the strike. So there's a pause. He pauses between making the call. And he waits. Okay, do it again. Real fast timing. He's not calling it when it's out here. He waits for it to hit the catcher's glove. Then he makes the call. So timing. Okay, so call anything you want. Okay, on the rubber, set. Call it.
Ball!
Okay. Here we go, one more time. On the rubber, watch his timing. Set.
Strike!
Okay, this is a time call. On the rubber. Set.
Time!
Okay, good crossover step by Dave to get away from the batter. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to work on timeouts and fouls and fair calls. So at this point, the pitcher's on the rubber. Set. The batter asks for time. Okay. Now, point I want to make is, notice I said the batter asks for time. The umpire granted it. The umpire does not grant time. That pitch is still live and it's going to come in. And even if he stepped out, umpire is going to call ball or strike. But so make sure that the batters and coaches understand this. They can ask for time, but it's the umpire that grants time. Okay, so let's do it again. Time. Notice which way the umpire moves. He moves away for the batter. In case that pitch is made, the ball will deflect off the batter and then hit him. He wants to get away from it. So he does a crossover step. Kyle, can you step out, please? He'll do a crossover step on this one. We're not going to do it with the catcher so they can see it. Okay, on the rubber. Set. Okay, ask for time. Time! Notice the crossover step and he gets away from the batter. Umpiring is, you need to work on your footwork. And it'll help you with all these mechanics that we're doing. Okay, back in, Kyle. Okay, this time we're going to have a foul call. Foul call. Batter's going to pretend like he's going to hit the ball, and Dave will call a foul from the plate. On the rubber. Set. Go ahead, swing. Foul! Okay. And Dave did a really nice job. We're going to mention this in a more advanced class, but he's using his left hand to remove the mask, because this is the power hand. Your right hand's the power hand. This is your outs, your foul, your strikes. This is your power hand. So if some people see this moving, they know that's some call. Okay? An important call. Okay, on the rubber.
Foul again.
We're going to call foul again, and then we're going to go to a fair call. Okay, on the rubber. Swing. Call it.
But we didn't
do it again.
Set.
On the rubber. On the rubber. My bad. Set. Okay, swing. Call it. Foul! Okay. Okay, fair call. On the rubber. Set. Call it. That's it, okay? Come on back. That's all an umpire does. Notice he did not say fair ball, because that sounds like foul ball. And by the way, we don't say foul ball, we say foul. Okay? One more time. Let's do a fair ball again. Excuse me. Let's do a foul ball again. On the rubber. Set. Call it. Foul! Okay. Notice also that Dave moved over to what we call first base line extended. Move over so he get a fair. If he calls it back here, he does not have as good an angle. So he moved over to first base extended, which he'd do the same thing on third base extended if he had a call play down there. Okay. Okay, so on this scenario, we're going to be talking about home plate umpires positioning on a play at the plate. Again, we talked about first base extended line, we talked about third base extended line, and now we're going to talk about point of plate. This is his starting spot. It's also where you call balls and strikes. At this point, the ball has just been hit. We've got a runner coming around the corner, and he's got a couple things he's going to look at. He's going to look at the bat. Okay, not that you have to get out there and get the bat. Some debate on if you should or not, but if you have the opportunity to clear a bat from a baseline, then Dave will show you how to do that. Kyle will be our catcher. We got our runner coming down. Not going to slide, but we're just going to work on positioning for the umpire. Okay, so ball has been hit. Okay, and gets the bat out of the way. And he makes He's out! Okay, that was a little quick. Slow your run down here. Give us a little bit more time. Okay, we're going to say you start from second base, because most of the plays are going to be from a runner coming from a distance. If it's a bang bang, you'll have enough time, but you won't have time to move the bat. If it's, let's say, a runner at third, ball hit back to the pitcher, here comes the runner, you don't have time to move the bat, so don't worry about that. If you're going to go for the bat, it's going to be probably for a runner coming around from second to home, or even from first all the way to home. You'll have plenty of time to get rid of it if you need to. Okay? So at this bay, okay, the ball's been hit. Runner's coming around third. Coming in home. Here comes the throw. Tag is made.
He's out!
Okay, notice Dave's third base extension. Okay, now, if the throw is on the other side, instead of coming right in here for Dave to be able to see, Dave might have to make an adjustment. The throws to the inside. Well, let's say the catcher's standing over here. Okay, where would Dave stand? Or the throw's coming over here. Where would Dave stand? You got to make that judgment so that you can get the best angle on the tag. This time you're going to get the ball in here and watch what Dave does. Okay, come on over here. Okay, you start there, and then the throw is going to take you over here. Okay, so at this point, the ball's hit. Okay, here comes the throw. It's an inside throw. Dave shifts positions. He makes the call.
He's out!
Okay, this time I'm going to show this scenario, same thing. Only this time the catcher's going to drop the ball. Okay, you're going to drop the ball. Okay, and the ball's hit. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw.
Safe! Ball's on the ground. Safe!
Okay, on this one, Dave's going to demonstrate how to remove the bat properly without losing sight of the game. Okay, so the ball's been hit. Dave's going to do his thing.
All right, what we're going to talk about now is the responsibilities that you have as a home plate umpire. As a home plate umpire, after the ball is hit, there's a lot more than just calling balls and strikes. So after the ball is hit, this is the last place that you want to be. So a couple of different situations. First one we're going to talk about is a ground ball with nobody on. You got a ground ball in the infield. What's the home plate umpire supposed to do? So there's a couple things that we're supposed to do and have responsibilities for. We've got responsibilities for looking for runner interference, and that's why we have that lane down there in the first base line. There's actually a reason for that. We've also got responsibilities for looking for a pulled foot at first base so that we can help our base umpire and help our partner if we need to look for a pulled foot, and also the swipe tag. We're going to look for that as in the swipe tag. So based on those responsibilities, I need to what we call clear the catcher. Okay, so I'm going to have my mask on, and as soon as the ball's hit on the ground, I'm going to bust out and come around this way so I can get up the line a little bit and take care of those three responsibilities that I just mentioned. All right, and we always want to come on this side because the batter's heading that way if it's right-handed hitter, and also the catcher, if he's been coached properly on a ground ball with nobody on, he's probably heading that way as well to back up that throw from the infielder. So we always want to come around the right-handed batter's box when we do this. Okay, so you're going to do on the rubber set. Okay.
Okay. On the rubber, sit, ball's hit.
Okay, so a couple of things there. We always, you've heard Dennis talk about pause, read, and react. Okay, so always get the mask off, pause what's happening, and I know I got a ground ball. I come around, I want to get as far as the play will allow me. Okay, if it's a real fast runner and it was a real hard ground ball on a skin infield like this, I might only be able to get to here. But if it's a 5 hopper and the runner's slow, maybe I can get all the way up here. Again, I'm looking for runner's lane interference, I'm looking for the pulled foot, and I'm looking for the swipe tag in case my partner needs help. So one of those responsibilities is looking for runner interference. So in those situations where there's a play that's maybe right in front of the plate, right in this area, the batter runner has an obligation that once he reaches the 45-foot line or where that runner lane starts, he needs to be in that runner's lane. And if he isn't, he could be potential for interference. And in this case, an interference call is different from obstruction. But interference, when interference happens, we call time right away and award bases as necessary. Okay? All right, so we're going to set this up.
Or actually, we negate bases as necessary.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to hit you with the ball, but I'm just going to, this time I want you to run down on this side, and the throw's coming in from the catcher. Let's say you bunted it. Okay? Go, bunted it.
Time! Time! That's interference! Batter's out!
Okay? Do it again. I want you more on this side of the line this time, okay? Hit.
Time! Time! That's interference! Batter's out!
Okay, this time I want you to run in here. Okay? You're going to be legal this time. And watch what Dave does. Okay? On the rubber. Set. Ball's hit. Throw's made. Blue! The ball hit him!
Time! No, he's in the runner's lane, coach. He's good. He's in the runner's lane.
In the runner's lane.
Yep.
Okay, lucky dogs. In this situation, we're going to look at the umpire's responsibility, home plate umpire's responsibility on a pop-up down the line. He's got to look at a couple of things. Number one, was it fair or foul when it was touched? And is it a catch or no catch? Because that will determine if you have a live ball or a dead ball. So Dave's going to be making the call. Why don't you go behind Dave? Okay, and I'm going to throw the ball to Kyle. And okay, on the rubber, set, ball's popped up. All Dave does is point to fair territory. Okay.
And notice on this is one of those ones where, remember we mentioned the last place I want to be when the ball is hit is right here.
Right.
I had to come back here so I can get a good line, a good angle to see is it in fair or foul territory when he touches it.
Okay, here we go again on the rubber. Sit. Okay, same thing. Try it again, I'll do better this time.
Here, you know what? So throw it from behind me so it's
Yeah, I
closer to
will.
the line.
Okay. On the rubber. Sit.
Foul!
I'll try to put one right on the line this time. Bounce it in. You might want to even get on this angle, Kev, so they can see what we're talking about. Right on the line. Right on the line. Okay. On the rubber. Sit. Ball's hit. It's in foul territory. It's in foul territory.
Okay, so the reason you didn't hear verbalization because I was behind the camera indicating that it's a fair ball. Because where it touched the fielder, it was in fair territory. Even though it ended up way over here, where it was touched, it was in fair territory. So it's a fair ball. Foul! Okay, one of the other responsibilities a plate umpire has in the two umpire system is a catch, no catch. Okay, whether it's hit to the outfield or whether it's a pop-up to an infielder, because in the two umpire system, the base umpire has responsibility, as we talked about. He's coming into pivot and he's got responsibility for the batter runner and any plays that might happen out there. So as the home plate umpire, I need to get out here again, the last place I want to be after the ball is hit. But with nobody on, I'm going to be heading out and getting an angle so that I can see whether that outfielder actually caught the ball or not. Okay? So fairly simple, but again, you don't want to be back here.
On the rubber. Sit. Ball's hit.
Yeah, pause, I react and read it. That's a catch! And then hustle back to position.